In text messages obtained by the January 6th committee and reviewed by the Washington Post, Ginni Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, repeatedly urges then Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to keep fighting the results of the 2020 election. In one text, 1 week after Election Day, she reportedly writes, quote, "Help this great president stand firm, Mark. The majority knows Biden and the left is attempting the greatest heist of our history." In other texts, the Post reports, Mrs. Thomas pushes debunked conspiracy theories about the election. In one, referencing a non-existent, quote, sting operation in 12 battleground states involving watermarked ballots. According to the Post, during that period, a theory about watermarked ballots also circulated among the fringe group QAnon. During the 2 months covered by the text messages, Mr. Trump engaged in multiple legal challenges to the election results and frequently threatened to take them all the way to the nation's top court.
We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court.
None of the text messages mentions the court or Clarence Thomas directly, the Post reports. But critics argue the texts present a troubling conflict of interest for Justice Thomas, who was the lone dissent in an 8-1 January Supreme Court ruling forcing Mr. Trump to turn over documents to the January 6th committee.
Should Clarence Thomas recuse himself from anything having to do with the 2020 election now?
Absolutely. It's clear that his wife was involved in efforts to try to overturn the election. There's a good possibility that he and his wife spoke about those efforts.
In an interview with the Washington Free Beacon earlier this month, Ginni Thomas said she and her husband stay in separate lanes, adding, quote, "Clarence doesn't discuss his work with me, and I don't involve him in my work." She acknowledged in that same interview she attended Trump's January 6th rally, but says she left before he spoke. She also denied a report that she was involved with planning the rally that ended with the violent attack on the nation's capital.
Garrett, you mentioned calls in some quarters for Justice Thomas to then recuse himself for any cases that have to do with this that come before the Supreme Court. What do the high court rules actually say about a circumstance like this one?
Well, Supreme Court justices are supposed to recuse themselves in cases of conflict of interest, but it's essentially the honor system. There's no one to enforce those rules. Now, Justice Thomas has recused himself in some cases before, but never in anything involving his wife's interests. And Savannah, all of this comes as Justice Thomas has been recovering from an infection that sent him to the hospital last Friday.
Garrett, thank you very much. All right.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.